Some women will elevate your world, while others will slowly drain the life from it. The real problem, most men don't catch the red flags until it's too late. They overlook the signs, hoping things will shift for the better only to end up locked in toxic patterns. But a strong man knows exactly who to avoid. In this video, we're going to unpack 8 types of women every man should steer clear of, because seeing the red flags early can save you from years of wasted time, pain, and confusion. Let's get into it. She might come off as electric, the way she commands a room, the way every moment with her feels wild and full of life. But eventually, it clicks. This woman doesn't just tolerate chaos, she thrives on it. If there's no drama happening, she creates it out of thin air. At first, it feels like harmless overreactions, a silly argument blown out of proportion. But soon it becomes a cycle. She's picking fights over nothing, twisting the smallest issues into major explosions. Everything's emotional. Everything's a battle. You find yourself constantly on edge, defending yourself, questioning why. Things always feel like a storm. Peace isn't possible even when things are fine. She'll find something to fight about. Because to her, calm is boring. She's chasing emotional intensity, not love. And the man who falls into her orbit, he stops focusing on his goals. Instead, he burns all his energy dealing with emotional fires. He becomes reactive, drained, and over time, unsure of himself. She gaslight him, flip the blame, twist stories until he's walking on eggshells, wondering if he is the problem. And drama, it doesn't fade, it gets worse. The arguments escalate, the manipulation deepens. Before long, it's not just annoying, it's emotional devastation. But if you pay attention early, she's easy to spot. All her relationships are filled with conflict. She's always fighting with friends and exes. She's addicted to gossip and thrives on social media fights. And her reactions? Always over the top. Everything is a crisis. At first, she seemed vulnerable. She'll tell you about all the terrible things life has thrown at her, how her exes were awful, how she just can't catch a break. You'll feel sympathy, maybe even admiration for how she's held it together. And because you're a good man, you'll think, I can help her. I'll show her what real love looks like. But the truth is, she doesn't want to be helped. This kind of woman craves sympathy. She doesn't want solutions. She wants someone to validate her suffering. Step into the role of rescuer, and you'll quickly realize she never takes accountability. Nothing is ever her fault. She'll pull all your emotional energy toward her problems, but never make real changes. If you set boundaries, she guilt-trip you. If you try to focus on your own needs, she'll say you're selfish or uncaring. That's her trap. Guilt and emotional manipulation. If every ex she talks about is a villain, that's a red flag. If she constantly vents but never takes action, another one. And if she makes you feel bad for putting yourself first, you're in dangerous territory. At first, she's magnetic, fun, bubbly, full of life, always getting compliments, always lit up on social media, always surrounded by guys who are just friends. But no matter how much attention you give, it's never enough. You begin to see it. She doesn't care about real connection. What she wants is attention, especially from men. Even if she's with you, there's always someone else in her messages. She thrives on keeping her options open. If you're not complimenting her constantly, she'll find someone who will. She loves the feeling of being chased. She enjoys making men compete for her. That validation is her addiction, and the moment she stops getting it from you, she'll look elsewhere. You can spot her early. She's always posting provocative content, always replying to thirsty comments. She flirts with everyone, even right in front of you. And if you bring it up, she says you're overreacting. She constantly needs reassurance. Do you still find me attractive? Do you still want me? If it never ends, that's the sign. At first it feels like genuine care. She checks in. She asks about your plans. She wants time with you. You think, this is what love looks like. But over time, her concern becomes control. She doesn't just ask where you are. She demands to know. She doesn't want updates. She expects them. She doesn't want time with you. She wants control over your whole life. And just like that, it's not a relationship anymore. It's a power game. You become her project, her possession. She'll try to cut you off from your circle, saying your friends are a bad influence or don't understand you the way she does. She used guilt to twist your actions. If you loved me, you'd do this. Why would you hurt me like that? It's not love, it's control. And it only gets tighter. She seems like a dream, beautiful, stylish, the kind of woman who seems to float through life effortlessly. She's got that polished, high-value presence that turns heads. But underneath it all, she's not looking for love. She's looking for a sponsor. To her, men are providers, not partners. Her affection is conditional. Lavish dates, she's affectionate. Fancy gifts, she's sweet. But stop spending, and suddenly she's distant, or worse, gone. It's a transactional relationship. The moment you stop funding her lifestyle, she starts searching for someone else who will. She keeps things fun and casual. She's light-hearted, spontaneous, no pressure. In the beginning it's refreshing, but weeks turn to months, and still, nothing is defined. You try to bring up the future, she avoids it. You talk about commitment, she changes the subject. She enjoys your company, yes, but she's not fully in. She's always wondering if someone better is around the corner. She won't commit, but she won't let go either. You're always in limbo. She disappears when things get serious, reappears when they're fun again. The moment she feels locked in, she pulls away. Real love scares her. She seems like the prize, radiates confidence, carries herself like she owns every room she walks into. That kind of self-assurance is magnetic, but beneath it, it's not confidence, it's narcissism. She doesn't just want love, she wants worship. She doesn't want a partner, she wants someone to admire her, constantly. And if you give her that, she uses it to feed her ego. But the second you pull away, she either manipulates you back in, or drops you cold. She'll make you feel small, can't stand the idea of you outshining her. She'll mock your achievements, downplay your feelings, and make you feel like you should be grateful just to be with her. When things go wrong, it's never her fault. You're too sensitive. You weren't enough. She takes no responsibility. To her, you're not a partner, you're a source of attention, validation, and praise. Stop providing that, and she's gone. The signs are there. Every conversation revolves around her. She never apologizes, justifies everything. And the constant need for outside validation, that never stops. She's everything you ever wanted at first. Loves what you love, believes what you believe, feels like she was made for you. But over time, she starts shifting. Her opinions change. Her interests evolve. Her personality starts to morph, and that's when you realize it was never real. This type of woman mirrors the man she's with to get what she wants. She studies you, becomes what you desire until she no longer needs to. And once she's secured your devotion, the act fades. She begins to resent the role she played, blames you for the parts of herself she lost, pretending to be your ideal woman. Soon she starts searching for her next identity in her next man. She was never truly herself, only a reflection of who she thought you wanted. And when the performance gets old, she moves on. You'll notice the red flags if you pay close attention. Her values shift depending on who she's with. She picks up hobbies, interests, even ways of speaking from each man in her life. Her identity is fluid because it was never solid to begin with. If you've dealt with any of these women, you already know how deep the damage can run. They'll drain your energy, twist your sense of self, and leave you feeling hollow. A strong man, he sees the signs early. He doesn't justify red flags. He doesn't try to rescue someone who's unwilling to change. He walks away. Because here's the truth, the wrong woman can ruin you, but the right one, she'll make you unstoppable. This is Stoic Guide. Until next time, stay sharp, stay disciplined, and stay in control.